Hello, all you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Data Resistance Squad Scar, Season 1, Episode 27, The Consequences. This is our Digimon tabletop RPG campaign run using our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. It is a custom play test system that we've got going. It is available for you all to try out on our Discord. But we're going to begin as usual with introductions, starting with Kerr.
Hello everybody, how y'all doing today? We're gonna have a lot of fun together, cause today we get to learn about consequences with our close friend Magna. Doesn't that sound great, everybody?
Today's session is brought to you by the letter C. C for consequences.
C for cash.
Totally not to be confused with C4.
Hey, look, Dark Tidings is already finished.
Yeah, you might
I
want to update
forgot to update
goal.
it. But I am Raw Zim, and I am playing as Aether, the Labramon. God of Death, Lord of Evil, awesome Overlord, many minions, all that great stuff. Team Medic. He is Astrolite type.
I am Tochemay, and I am playing Brioche, the Burgermon, which is a basic type.
Hi everyone, I'm Bartholomew, also known as Gary. I'm playing the funky little tax evader, Charles Madoff, the basic wind type Rainamon.
Hello, I'm Drunk Dragonair. I'm going to be playing Jace, the Shadow Mythic Guilliman X. E.
And you can all go check out Drunk Dragonera over at twitch.tv/drunk_dragon_era. He will be streaming tomorrow for his own tabletop session, which I will be part of as well.
Ooh, Era, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What types is Jace?
Shadow Mythic.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said it in his intro.
I did say that. Yes.
I'm losing it, I guess, then. But hello, everyone. I'm Bryan. I'm playing Magna, the Fire Shadow type Dracomon X. Consequences and I are never friends. Let's see how bad I go down the rabbit's hole this time.
Hello, I am Taldirus, and I'll be playing Riv, the ice-based Vorvamon. He is a mythic Earth type, and he also might be a bit of a great calamity. Well, technically the shell to it, but details. He just wants to learn things.
He's baby. He
might have. Yeah, he almost dies, and he's excited because of the poison. He wasn't able to identify some of it. Just normal things.
And my name is Rygon from the channel Rygon Plays. I will be playing Spectre, the Gammamon, who is a mythic knife type.
I mean, you do wield knives, but you're a mythic metal type.
To be fair, knives are made out of metal.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a couple of channels on YouTube that make knives out of all sorts of different materials. I think one literally, I did see a video where they literally made it out of smoke.
Oh, that they're all metal.
Oh, dang.
Smoke is made out of metal too. They're all carbon.
Yeah, it's
Carbon's
all metal.
It's all metal from. It's all. You go deep enough and it all turns into metal, baby.
But what about a wooden knife?
Well, now that would just be ironic.
Yeah. It's metal too.
Listen. Isn't the real metal the knives we met along the way?
True.
No, I think the real metal is that everything is made of cake.
Oh.
But the
Gnarled
cake is a
cake.
lie because we have to make that joke. It's contractually obligated. Come on.
On that
Cake or
note,
death.
Oh yeah.
You
There
leave
you
me
go,
with the
everybody.
cake version of me alone.
All right,
I've
time for a
been-
recap.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
It's fine.
Oh, I was just gonna wrap up with I've been very, very much tied into world building right now, but yeah. There you go. Alright, go ahead.
All
Yeah,
right. What's up?
oh, I thought I could do the recap.
Go for it. I'm all for volunteers.
I love volunteering for things unless I'm terrified of them.
My taxes.
Like taxes, yes. I don't like volunteering for taxes.
Oh.
Anywho, back.
Because that's why I voluntold you. Go ahead.
In the previous episode of Data Resistance Squad, Magna was just waking up and feeling a little, rumblies in his little skull there from the concussion he sustained while battling that evil goat entity from the previous episode. And so, it was Jace and Escher were there to make sure he didn't get up to no good. Inspector was blowing off a little steam by just, really punching in some training dummies there. And then all of a sudden, wow, Charles, Riv, and Brioche return. Just in time for Charles to get knocked out himself. And then we could throw him onto the bed with everyone else. You gotta add Riv to the pile too, because he accessed a file that he wasn't supposed to access, and so he kind of was inflicted with a very dire poison that is very unfamiliar to him and probably most of the world, the Digi world. And he nearly died, but fortunately, the dice were on his side that day, so he didn't. And so yeah, we spend the rest of the episode just kind of talking. It's Charles, Magna, and Riv lying in the bed, doing their best to recover. Magna getting chewed out for, once again, being an impulsive brat, going behind the group to make a wild decision that affects everyone, and mostly ends up hurting himself in the end. Both emotionally and physically this time. And also, possibly, ending the life of one Gar, but we don't know that yet. And so now we follow up at the very end of the episode, in which, well, everybody got better. They're fine now, don't worry about it. And they're off toward the church to make sure Gar's fine, and maybe confront Holru about a couple of things.
Yeah. Confront. That is all Riv will be doing.
Non-violently. Not in revenge or retaliation in any way. No, none of that.
True. Actually, Riv isn't going for that. He's just gonna basically threaten the guy to be better if the whole cleansing thing doesn't work out.
I was kind of trying to talk about Magna, but don't tell him.
Oh yeah,
that.
I know. I was just being nice by giving Magna literally the only break he's going to get tonight.
Well,
So happy fun times.
there are more bones to break in Magna's body, but I guess that's to be
True.
seen.
Please no.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Happy fun times are coming to you today. Happy fun times. We hope you like them now.
I'm trying to not curse, so I'm thinking
Tochemay.
of every word.
Thank you so very much for that tip. Thank you for helping out. That is the tip goal fully completed. And also, we have fan art.
Ooh, fan art.
So, this was done by Raijin, inspired by the pregame talk. The caption here is Magna waiting for the consequences of his actions like...
Ha 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 ha.
What
I
year
actually
is
like it.
it?
I actually... Can I get that DM'd later on?
Raijin will post it in fan art.
Hmm.
Which, this does bring me to a thing that we're talking about. Actually, I should hold off on saying it. Because I forgot that I haven't actually cleared it with Raijin yet. It's set up for Whiskers, but yeah, we'll get back to it later. Anyways, carry on. Thank you again so much for the support, Tochemay. Go ahead, Kerr.
All right. Sorry. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment. Brain, please. Work. All right. All right. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Do do. I'm sure I know it'll be okay. All right.
We shall find out.
So we ended last week with you guys approaching the church, yes, if I remember correctly.
Yep, we were going to the church.
Yep.
Importantly, Riv has already shared the medical file that Titus had of Holru with Asher because Ash was staying behind because he was tired.
Yeah, Ash is still trying to recover after what he did.
So Asher has the medical file because the whole gonna try and purge him thing. Which, just to double check, Asher is still up for that, right?
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, Asher already has the file. He's able to look through it, and him and Riv are gonna try to inspect Holru, considering Riv's data intake and then Asher's ability to actually do the medical diagnosis stuff.
All right. So you open up the door of the church, and as you step in, you see all of the bodies are gone from the walls.
Yeah. That's a goodish sign, considering what you said before. I thought this was just going to be completely full, so hey, that's a good sign.
Magna's just looking around, shocked. Just like one hand, just like close to his chest, though.
And you can hear the sounds of a voice coming from the back of the church, where Holru's office is, for those of you who've been there before.
Hey, we're already at the church?
You guys were heading there when we ended last week, so I figured we'd open up with you guys getting to the church.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Okay, well, yeah. Outside the church, I guess. Describe it, I guess.
Well, You just kind of did.
Fair. Sorry.
What are we doing here again? Trying to do something.
Oh, we're here
Uh,
to fix Magna's mistake by sending Gar in here and resulting in Gar getting captured and probably horribly tortured and stuff. We're cleaning up after
Yeah.
Magna again.
But then also while we're here, we're gonna try and see if we can't fix Horu because it kind of has problems.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess
right.
Horu's-
For that side of things, I did find these really nice. One sec. And he's rummaging in his medical bag and pulls out a pair of scissors. Here we go. We could use these to fix him.
Oh, how are you gonna fix it with that?
Oh, it's a thing that apparently I saw it on some kind of like sew that you're supposed to like do stuff with pets and stuff, but apparently it's called fixing.
Oh no, we're talking about because he has data, because the data corruption from the darknet.
I think Ash is on the right track here for once.
Magna's just like coughing into like his hand, just a whole bunch, just like.
Magna, if you're dying, you should probably let us know now.
No, everything's fine. That's I didn't want to think of that. Okay.
Guys, we should probably get going. I hear talking in the back.
Yeah, I mean, I want to.
Okay. Then let's go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and figure that out.
Sure, why not? Nothing better to do. Yeah.
Actually, hold on one sec. Asher's pulling out a stimulant and injects the tiniest little portion into Charles.
Magna leading the way.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
I'm sorry, who's leading the way?
I don't know, probably at least someone that has talked to the guy before. 'Cause I don't think it'd be a good idea to have Riv go first, considering Riv has literally never talked to the guy.
I think I've got to know the guy well enough. I convinced him to do some stupid crap before, so maybe I ought to peek my head in.
Yeah, best bet.
All right, great. Asher, if I could have another hit of that
Poke.
little thing you jabbed in, I feel really good actually.
E gives another poke.
It's like all the bad thoughts just go away. Oh, look at that, look at that. All right. He kind of does that boxer thing. Yeah, you know boxers in movies when they like hop in place and like shake out their neck and hands.
Oh, where they hop on the balls with their feet a bit.
Yeah.
On second thought, maybe we should have Jace or Spectre do the talking.
I got this. I got it. All right. I got to be of some use. Okay. All right. Great. Good.
Spectre's
I'm glad we're in
there.
agreement.
Yeah,
No.
just make sure to keep his attention, because I'm gonna be trying to scan him with Asher's help.
No, everybody was. The plan was for everybody to be here.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be
I
here.
don't think anybody told Spectre that.
Yeah, he was in the room.
No, last I heard, he was sitting in front of a dummy.
Well,
That was at the
eventually he
beginning.
came in and then was informed of everything.
Yeah. No. Eventually he joined back in. And punched
Okay.
Magna in the
No,
face.
let's have Charles do this. Why not? Seems like such a good idea.
Thank you so much, Spectre. You know. Thank you. Okay. So Charles finally goes toward the door. A little jittery, but optimistic.
Well, go ahead.
Kirk.
Don't get it. Please don't get it.
What?
I was muted.
Oh,
Hmm.
All right. So, do you try to sneak over to the door, or do you just walk up to the door like normal?
he's gonna walk up to the door, but before opening it, he's gonna try and listen in a little.
Oh yes, I had these imported over. Quite expensive, honestly. You'd be shocked by how difficult it can be to get something. But I was able to get some delightful cookies from Forestdale. They had a few other recipes as well that I was able to snag, but well, shh, they're my little secret until the next party we have.
Does Charles recognize this voice?
Horu.
Oh, yeah. Charles is going to gingerly knock on the door.
Oh, come in.
And so Charles steps in. Slightly more animated than usual.
As you step in, you see Gar sitting down in front of a desk, nibbling on what looks to be some cupcakes, a s'more, and what looks like several types of brownies and fudge.
Huh. Now, would you look at that? You're doing pretty well for yourself there, Gar.
He nods slowly as he picks up a brownie and starts nibbling on it.
So, Holru, I noticed the art is off the walls at the moment.
Hmm. He lets out a sigh. Yes, unfortunately. I suppose we could be due for a change, but I am a little peeved that it happens. Hey, Charles, make a roll for me, please.
What kind of roll, Kerr?
Let me look real quick.
I hope it's not a silly roll. I don't have enough
Insight
points.
roll. Insight roll.
All right. I'm gonna soul that, I think. Yeah. Well, that is technically better. Okay. So it's 4.
Soul it again. Live the dream, Charles.
Are you are you recommending that, or should I?
I was
Okay.
just saying. It's up to you.
You know, I'll be all right. I'll save it. No,
Are you sure?
you know, I'm not. I'm gonna soul it.
Gamble.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to count that second. I forgot that the first one didn't count. All right. Well, Feel a little shrillier. So that's 6.
Okay. So, Charles, you note that Gar looks very, very nervous and a bit scared. And you notice when he says that he's a little bit annoyed and peeved, the look he gives Gar, if looks could kill, Gar would be Ash at that moment before it just kind of goes away and becomes more like mirth and such.
Now remember, Ash is back at the borrowed place.
Yeah, we didn't bring him with us.
Yeah, Kerr. I mean, honestly,
Guys,
are you
come
awake?
on.
Do you need a caffeine boost? Come on, gotta keep up.
Guys, come on.
Hmm.
I mean, I had to. Come on.
I understand, but come on. I'm about to have to fight somebody.
You don't know that.
I guess Magna
Everything's
doesn't know
fine,
that.
Magna.
Brian should.
Oh, right. Yeah, Magna doesn't know. My apologies.
Magna doesn't know. Magna doesn't know.
He's gonna solve no mystery.
Ouch.
Drew, when does Magna ever solve things instead of cause them? I mean,
Fair.
All right, so yeah, Charles is gonna try and play it cool. Well, it's I understand, trends come and go, and you can get tired of the same pieces over and over again. It's always nice to have an opportunity to mix things up.
He sighs. Yes, but I put a lot of work into it. There's a distinct sense of like you can almost feel like a piano wire being tightened and tightened and tightened.
Yeah, right. Where'd you get these cookies from? They look really, really pleasant. I can't have any. I drank coffee this morning.
Oh, I had these imported.
Well, they do look quite nice. Mind if I stash a few for a midday snack?
Oh no, oh no. These are for my guests.
Am I not a guest? Or
I do not believe so. We were here to. You came to see me. Why?
oh, just to check up on things. I mean, after we defeated that big scary monster out there, we just wanted to make sure everything was going well. No unexpected casualties or mass hysteria, stuff like that. And it just so happens that this guy's here, Gar. Yeah, Gar. Someone's been looking for you. You might want to go see them soon.
Gar kind of glances at you. Well, it'd be rude if I just got up and left. And Holru nods. Indeed, it very much would be, and we wouldn't want to be rude now, would we?
And here's the point where Magna stabs him.
I was actually about to say, Kerr, what do you want me to roll for, like, a little bit of discreet examination from Riv?
What are you trying to examine?
Horror.
What are you looking for?
basically just doing like about of a discrete like data scan as he can, because the whole plan was to have like someone distracted with the whole talking thing while Riv and Asher try and effectively compare him to the data that they have previously to see if he's gotten if his system has been slowly infiltrated with darknet data.
Medicine.
Take an extra dot for teamwork.
And what is it? Teamwork, and then what else if I wanted to help?
The medicine stat.
Medicine.
Take an extra 5 then.
Don't you have 5 dots and a mastered medicine specialty?
So it's mastered for wounds.
Okay, wounds. Okay.
Yeah. So in
Yeah,
this case,
I just wanted to check to see what kind it was. So an extra 5 on top of that, on top of his current skill, is 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 from teamwork plus 5.
Wait, is it? Oh God.
That's only a 4. I think I'm gonna. Well, because I'm gonna willpower it anyways, I might as well soul just to see what that gets me. It gets me disappointment, is what it gets me. So I'm gonna use a willpower.
There's 2 10s.
Yep. What would we... This is really important. This is, Riv's whole part of the plan.
Could you not try it again? Well,
No. So I'm saying what I'm going to do is I'm going to vigor those 9s.
So that way they become 10s.
That way they become 10s. And there's 4 there, so... So now, along with souling those 1s... 6s. I only have 1 vigor. Okay. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh.
Ha!
Hey, look, this is literally Riv's entire part of the plan. After this, he has effectively nothing to do.
All right.
I should have argued to add on subterfuge to help you instead of teamwork, because that would have been 3 dots and you're trying to be discreet.
I think you can only use 1 stat and 1 teamwork.
Well, yeah, but you can offer up extra things.
Oh.
You can offer up extra things in order to basically go like, let's say Magna was trying to roll a medicine check and Asher was helping with that. Riv might be able to help out with an appraisal focusing on health as well. Basically to gather the raw data for them to interpret. So you can offer up additional skills to help the situation. It's just by default you're guaranteed to be allowed to help with the skill and with teamwork.
Yeah, it's up to the GM if additional things are allowed, but I should have offered up subterfuge in this particular case, I feel like.
Yeah. But hey, that's still a 15.
Yeah.
Well, all right then.
As we don't hear anything from Kurt for a second.
I'm thinking of exactly what to say. Also, I didn't want to interrupt. All right. So 15 successes. All right. Give me a list of like everything you're looking for.
All right. So, he is looking out primarily for things such as darknet data corruption, for obvious
Mhm.
reasons. So that's the number one thing he is looking for right now. Besides the darknet data corruption, he is also looking for anything else such as purses, things of that nature. And then if he has time left over, like, let's say he's like, really getting a lot of good information and he isn't having to struggle to get it, he's also going to look over things like, possible extreme data changes or rewrites or things of that nature. Basically to see, like, a little bit of, like, try and get a little bit of past history to see if there was any extreme changes
And you find
recently
a
or,
potato.
like, within the past however many years that he can manage.
Okay. So, Riv Holbrew is it is bad. The infection is bad, and it looks like it's gotten worse. Like it is mm, looking at everything, he is severely affected, but there is some small part of him that is trying to resist.
All right.
I'm trying to think of like what else you would see here. It doesn't have full control of him, but it is basically pushing him to embrace every dark and evil thing he wants to do. The things that your self-awareness would keep you under control, it's basically trying to rip that out.
Okay, so like 0% resistance to intrusive thoughts.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Do it.
All right. So Riv is going to especially point out the little bit that's still resisting to Asher, like, in their quick little like conference thing where like Riv is basically shoving all this data at Asher because of the whole link system thing. And he is going to especially be pointing that out and kind of go, "Hey, do you think you can do the purge thing like you did with trying to get me back out from when Vortigern took me over, or something similar where you could try and like bolster that when we're trying to get rid of all the darknet data?"
I can try.
Well, I mean, obviously focus on pushing out as much of the darknet data as you can, but like that might make it a bit easier, because it looks like he's trying to push it out himself a bit, but he doesn't kind of know it.
Yeah, I can try.
All right. And so what Riv is gonna do is he's gonna look around the room a little bit. Is there any art or paintings or things of any interest around the
Not
office space?
anymore.
Potato sculpture.
I was about to say, like, is there any normal? Because maybe not the you know uh Digimon
Nope.
displays.
Nope, because most of it was very special art.
Well, you said most of it. Literally, I'm asking for any.
No, there isn't.
Ah. All right. Does he have a desk?
Yes. That's where all the food is.
All right, well that'll be enough. Rib is going to attempt to play distraction a little bit by trying to ask him as much information about the desk as he can, and he's not even going to have to pretend that much like he's interested in it because hey, this is something to learn about. And this seems like the kind of guy that would be, at least willing to go along with it, especially considering he's going to basically get to brag about, like, the desk and, like, all the things about it. Is everyone fine if Riv tries this? Because he is going to, like, ask people if they're okay with it first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, you know.
What's
Sure,
Magna
why
gonna do?
not?
Magna's just trying to peek a look in. Just like wanting just like see if Gar's in there. Because he hasn't been able to look in there yet. He's 2 feet tall, remember?
Here's Magna. He needs his knife.
No, the knife's in the bag. Knife's in the bag.
Charles is gonna kind of slightly sidestep toward Gar as Riv distracts Holru.
Alright. So yeah, it sounds like there is a scent to this plan, and Rib is going to try it.
All right. So tell me what you're gonna say.
All right. Riv, he has never talked to Holru at all, like in his memories, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
All right. Which means, like, I'm imagining this desk is like bigger than he is.
Oh yes, it's a very nice, rich, fancy desk.
Oh,
It is
perfect.
mahogany.
Mahogany. Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Mahogany. All right. So what Riv is going to do is he is going to kind of, go up to where the desk is and sort of like peek around it a bit, looking up at Holru, and like look at the desk a bit, and then look back at Holru, and then go, hi, mister, I don't think I've ever met you before. My name's Riv, and your desk looks really neat. What's this made out of? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
Oh, it is a very fancy wood that is very difficult to acquire here. It cost me quite a pretty penny when I was able to get it.
Ooh, where do you have to import it from? Does it have any sort of special transport needs? Do you have to, did it come assembled, or did you have to get someone to put it together? Also, why is it, why would you choose this over, any other woods or more locally available woods?
Well, it came in from Darylin and sold in Fursdale. And, well, it is a very rich wood. Very, very stable and strong. And, well, when you're the leader, you need to give off a sort of aura of strength and power and wealth for others to respect you.
What is it rich in? And also, what sort of correlation does the wood have to what sort of aura it gives off? Are there other woods that you could get for different auras?
Well, it's the appearance of the wood.
Oh, so it's supposed to be a visual aesthetic thing then?
That plus, well, those who are in the know are in the knowledge of how rare the wood is.
Well, how rare is it? Like, do you have to only get it at some time of year? Does it only grow once every couple of years? Is there a specific, a complex process that it has to go under? And he's gonna like peek around and look at like the underside of the desk. He doesn't have to try that hard considering the desk is taller than he is, but he's gonna be looking at it.
Well, to be fair, apparently it only grows in a select few areas. And some of those areas can be very difficult to get to, so I'm told.
Oh, are they high up? Is it just like in a really dense area? Do they have to like, go into an area that has like a lot of proto-X or something?
No, apparently this type of tree grows mostly around ashwood, and ashwood is notoriously xenophobic when it comes to protecting its land.
What does that have to do with trees, considering they could probably just chop it down and sell them?
They refuse to. They tend to try to keep to
Oh.
themselves, and they do not like any Digimon infringing on what they say is their territory.
How long have they been doing that for?
As long as I can remember, to be honest.
Ooh, how much do you remember then?
Quite a lot.
Riv is gonna frown a little bit, like with a bit of a pout, and go, "That doesn't tell me anything. I want to know how much stuff you know.
On
You're nice. You're
trees?
explaining things to me."
I am slightly lost out of character. Is the plan here, like, why is
Rib is getting his attention so that way, other people could do their thing, like, preparing to do their part of it, like trying to cleanse him. Yeah. He is
Okay,
literally just asking random questions, which he is very good at, in order to provide a distraction. And he's focusing on the desk because, and like, has positioned himself so that Holru has to look down at him and the desk.
Okay.
So, his field of vision is going to be very limited in comparison to where it would normally be. In capability of, like, seeing Asher.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, Asher's just charging up then.
Hey, Gar. You have a moment to talk?
Gar shakes his head very slowly to you.
Okay, that's great. Great. It's just, I did kind of want to know exactly what you got yourself into here, so yeah, we're on the same side, obviously, but, I feel like I can only really help if I know what's going on.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. He's just sharing these very rare treats with me, is it?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Mm. See, it's just that he seems to really like those paintings, and I know you were asked to help remove them, and they're certainly gone, so...
Roll sense motive for me again.
It'd be insight.
Or insight, sorry.
Right.
Lol said the insight, Lamau.
Oh, would you look at that? I got a... That's a 6 again.
Gar seems terrified out of his freaking mind, and the only reason he's not actually like saying what he wants to say is because Holru is there and possibly listening.
Don't worry about that. You're right, Gar. There's no reason to worry at all. Everything seems to be fine, and if it wasn't, well, it would be fine, because there's nothing we can't resolve. If there were a problem, which obviously there's not. Hmm? I'll take your science as a yes. Why don't I just take a quick little seat here beside you, real quick?
Oh yeah. No worries.
Of course, you know, just
And it's just, my stomach is a little bit upset is all.
well, you might want to hold off on the sweets there a bit, there, friend. You know, sugar can do terrible things to your system. I ate a
Yeah.
chocolate chip once, and whew,
Yes, it can. I was never really one for sweets or anything.
mm, yes. Luckily, our friend Riv and Boru seem to be in conversation there, so I guess we'll just have to wait our turn, won't we?
So how did they get this corner to be, so perfect? I mean, the grains are lining up entirely 100% in everything. So how do they manage that? Like, do they have to cut the same board and then match the grains like that on the corner, or are they able to use different pieces?
Usually they'll use the same piece in order to try to get the exact grain right, and they'll actually cut to make sure that it works that way and fit the different pieces together.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that'd probably be a lot easier than trying to make it so that way the grains match. Do they do any sort of like, data manipulation in order to help make it, or is it just, they got
All
to do it normally?
tools,
All tools?
100% tools.
Oh, so none of it is data fabricated at all?
He shakes his head.
The best part about Riv acting like this is that he is legitimately interested in this too. So, like, this is legitimately an interesting conversation to him. So how's Asher's charge going?
Great question. How is it coming?
You may go ahead and attempt a roll.
Not that he's got much in the way of stats for it, but you know.
Well, what are you rolling?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm guessing my defrag refrag?
That was what I thought you were doing. From what you had said before.
Do you want 3 additional help? Dice roll.
I will take additional help, yes. So that
Take
was
my
also
3 dots and roll unless somebody has there.
Is he getting any aid from, Riv distracting Holru?
I'll let you aid too, since you're helping.
All right. Would you like me to aid with anything in particular?
What do you think?
Well, I think I'll ask. Can he aid with The only thing I can really think of is subterfuge. He's got like 1 dot in it, but like, you could also. I was also asking if there would be any narrative benefits, like difficulty decrease or anything. I mean, if you want, I could also aid with something like, investigation or appraisal, like on the desk, to like point out things.
I I think I would use one of your conversation ones.
All right. So like, if you want conversation, uh, do you want? Would you prefer etiquette or would you like persuasion?
Etiquette.
All right. He actually has 2 dots in that, so take 2 additional dice, Asher.
All right, and what is Jace given?
3 dots and brawl, since I'm assuming you're using brawl.
It's ranged.
It's ranged.
I could not help there. I can give you a dot in teamwork.
I'll take it.
I can give you 2 in ranged.
I am not a ranged build. The best I can do is throw in subterfuge for 2 dots, possibly if I was trying to help you be sneaky, but I think that's about to go right out the window.
Draws us 3, although he is sort of comforting Gar.
Yeah. Riv also has 3, but he's also providing the, literally right there distraction.
You know what? I should have asked his.
Jace
Sorry,
could help with subterfuge by standing in front of Asher and helping to block the view.
If that's allowed, it'll be 2 dots instead of 1.
Kirk?
Or no, 3 dots instead of 1.
Go for it.
Alrighty. You know, considering how important this is and how many freaking 9s I rolled, I'm gonna vigor this.
Quick, someone vaporize it.
No, please no.
So you're figuring on vigoring. Let's see.
I would also soul.
Yeah, I'm also
Good
gonna
next one.
soul.
Soul success. Let's go.
Yay.
Pretty damn good.
1, 2, 3, because this is stab, right?
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah. 16 successes there, Kerr.
Ho, ho, ho.
To cleanse the Horu. After all, Asher's the only one that's allowed to be evil.
um.
Will be cleansed.
Do it. Uh. So, So, go ahead, describe it to me, what you do, Asher.
Gundam shot.
Sorry, I was in the kitchen for a moment. Asher is... I just imagine that Asher just nudges Jace when he's ready and just goes full, like, Care Bear stare, kind of bright yellow golden light at Holru with it. Short, sweet, simple, but does the job.
Yeah, no, he is so enraptured with talking with Riv that he does not see it coming as the beam hits him.
He'll
And
never
he lets
see it
out-
coming. Sorry.
And he lets out a shriek. As you can see, this dark, shadowy, almost liquid-like thing get torn out of it. As he collapses to the ground. And it's very thin, very spindly. Its fingers are long and almost talon-like. As its head rotates 180 degrees. So it's basically upside down as it slowly turns and looks at you, Asher, and lets out a screech.
While it's looking at Asher, can Riv Icicle Spirit?
Sure, let's roll for initiative, everybody.
Oh, yay. Magna, who hasn't been able to do anything, has a chance to do something.
You literally assisted with getting the initial data, but okay.
Well, yeah, no, I assisted with that and everything, but Magna hasn't been able to do anything, like even get in the room.
No, we're like in the room.
It's just the initiative dots, right?
Plus 1. And
Plus
the dots
one,
and
yeah.
initiative plus 1. And then you're looking at the face value.
So dots plus 1, here we go.
Good job, everyone.
We all shared. We all cared. We made him taste the rainbow.
Feel the
Taste the rainbow,
pattern of
motherfucker.
justice.
That's correct. I mean, Asher did all the actual charging, but like you know.
Come on. Work.
Work, damn you!
It's just being very laggy.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know what you mean.
Just trying to get like dice rolling is very difficult. All right, so there. Magna, you got that. Charles, you got that one. Brioche, you got that. Riv, you got there.
Oh, I was one below it.
And Asher, you got there. And we still need Jace and Spectre to roll.
I got 6. Mine's in there.
Oh, there you are. Okay, sorry, I didn't see. Everyone typed it, so I was looking for that. All right.
Yep, just
I
load
just-
up the program.
I wonder where Gar landed.
He's not currently in the fight.
Lazy.
He's
I
a
have a feeling he's
chicken.
restrained.
Other reasons. Don't worry about it.
Why does Asher have 16 on the combat tracker?
Because
And
you
I'm
rolled 16.
You rolled 16.
I rolled 7.
Oh, you typed
So
16.
you typed 16.
Feel the
That
pattern
is from
of
the
justice.
cleansing.
Oh, okay.
There's not much
Oh.
reason to type out your initiative when it literally shows it right there.
Yeah, I
yeah,
kinda
but it also
forgot
puts
about it.
right next to the name.
I just kind of forgot about it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm used to typing out the roll total, you know, or that.
And it makes it very easy for you to type it out because then you just do the math for me.
Well, also, there's no real math. It does the math. It puts the number right next to the character name, though.
Oh, yeah, no, I missed that. Yeah, I didn't realize. I never look over at the numbers on the right because we never use them usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Yeah.
+1? Yeah.
Well, it's the amount of dice, and then you add 1 dice, yeah. So, if you have 1 dot in it, you'd roll 2 dice.
Oh, so I roll 2.
Yes.
All right, so we're rolling for initiative.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
So Brioche actually had 11.
All right, and what's the order for initiative? So like
Well, right
body,
now,
whatever initiative.
It's how many
no,
dots
so
you have in
it's
initiative plus
it's
one.
your skill and initiative,
Okay.
like the amount of dots you have in your initiative skill +1, and then you look at the face value.
So just 2 d6s then, or
D10,
2 d10s.
yeah.
All right.
So Spectre gets 13. Let's go.
13. And Brioche has 11, so we know just that. Charles, always the quickest.
Well, he does have he rolls 4 initiative dice. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm not gonna add it to the tracker because it's there, so don't worry about it. I'll just keep track of it myself. All right, so let me start us off at the top. Why did it up here? There we go. I think it went up there. Let's see. There we go. Charles, it is your go first.
Alright. So we're just in Holder's office, and there's that strange black creature hanging around.
It is currently looking right at Asher at the moment, and it does not look pleasant. You can feel the murderous intent coming off of this thing.
Alright. And he's still sitting next to Gar, so.
Yeah, right now it's not focused on Gar at all. It is beelined on Asher. It is locked onto him, razor focus. It is going to, from the look of it, it's going to completely ignore everybody else unless they get in its way. Though, if they get in its way, you're not sure what it will do to them.
So how far is Asher from Charles?
Asher, you were at the door, yes?
Yeah, Asher's at the doorway.
He's
So-
like 5 or 10 feet away from you. He's not that far, Charles. The room's not that big. It's an office.
Okay. So Charles is going to run over to Asher. And then he's going to use his move, Airflow, to let the little dog feel like he's levitating, increasing his speed by 5 feet and increasing evasion. He's got those little balls of wind below his feet, you know.
Okay.
I think that's the end of my turn. I don't think I can do much else because I moved and attacked. Right, Kirk? Or...
Sorry, you cut out for me?
Oh yeah, I think that's the end of my turn because I don't think I can do much else because I moved and then used a move. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So you did not get in its way, so it is not going to do anything to you. It's still going to go after its original target. It is focused on you, Asher. And it is going to try to gut you.
Since I'm standing right next to Asher, does that give me an attack of opportunity since it's going to have to move through my threatened range?
If it's going right past him, then yeah. It wouldn't stop the movement or attack or anything, but it would,
Yeah, it would just try to barrel right past you, Jason. It would not be focused on you at all, so you would get your attack.
All right. Kunai, don't fail me now. Stab.
Don't you have Kukri?
Yeah, I have Kukri.
Oh, you got a 10 in there.
I'm gonna roll that 10 first to see if it chains or not.
You need you need at least 8s on this one. It has resistance.
This is accuracy, so.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. I'm gonna go ahead and vigor push it to make those 9s also act as 10s.
That's 10s.
Yes.
Okay.
Painful, but that's fine. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does 5 hit?
5 will not hit. At least not currently.
Well, that still hit stun for later.
That is correct. That is hit stun. So Jace, when you go for it, when it's moving at Asher, it's basically charging at him. But how do you attack it? How do you attack it with your kukri?
I just slide it out of my sleeve and go for the stab.
When you go for the stab at it, its body literally flows like liquid, and its body shifts into like a Z. So your kukri goes right through that empty space that it originally was in.
Important note, attacks and damage that take place on your turn do not incur hit stun.
Okay.
So since this is the virus's turn and it's attack of opportunity, attacks of opportunity would not incur hit stun on you, because attacks on your turn do not, because it still counts as your turn, so you wouldn't accrue hit stun.
Yeah. Also, we did get a rare candy card. We've been granted +5 XP.
Yeah, I updated it. Tis nice.
I am rolling well today.
Man, this would be really funny if a vaporize were to happen right now, wouldn't it, Kerr?
Yes, it would.
To be fair, this will just be accuracy, so at worst, it'll just crit.
Yes. Asher, does a 13 hit you?
Yeah, that would crit.
Oh, we've got the hashtag going again.
Hashtag cancel Kerr. I'll give people a chance. Here you go. I'll give you people a chance. Here you go.
Joke.
The Divine Marten.
Anybody got that vaporized dice roll card?
We'll give you a chance to save the Asher. Otherwise, Asher's about to get punted across the room.
I've got nothing. I'm not allowed to use my cards.
The Divine Marten. The Divine Marten is buying you all time.
Don't take any of my
That is appropriate for what's about to happen. It does have a. All right, the divine Marten has left. So, Asher, my puppers, are you ready to ascend and become the true god of death?
He already is.
It's taking forever because I'm trying to count out the dice, and it takes like 10 seconds, it feels like, every time I right click.
Be right back.
It helps if you just click on the text box and go /roll and then 10d10 or whatever. It's a lot
But I-
faster than fiddling with the dice.
But I like the clickety clacks.
Yeah, it's not as
When
fun.
you do, when you roll it, it rolls the dice anyway, so you still get clickety clack.
Well, yeah, but it's still picking them up is fun. Clicky.
The clicky clacks. The clicky
Well,
clack.
I know, but also it doesn't take a year to roll dice.
I will say though, you can right click on it and get a set of dice. Pick how many you pick up with the first set.
Alright. Jesus, fuck, these dice hate you. This is going to go against your special resistance.
Okay, and what type is it?
Asher, you would have resistance.
Well, what? Okay. So that means that 8s and above are successes then.
Yes. That's why I said it still rolled really, really fucking well, though. Give me a second.
So this is considered light?
It might also just be because, special status giving you resistance.
Yes.
Because you are technically speaking a positive avatar of the world, and this is a being made of darknet data. So it might also just be the world basically going, "No, you are protected."
Okay.
To be fair, it would also probably be trash at attacking Riv. Probably.
Yeah, so you would also have resistance, Rev. It's just not interested in attacking anyone but Asher at the moment.
So,
Which is
how much
great.
damage?
That's what I'm counting out real quick. Give me one moment. I'm not going to vigor this, because it's not going to try to kill you on the first attack.
Oh, it's doing a pretty good job of it so far, I think.
You did take the crit into effect, right?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I think he picked the dice pool expansion.
Yes. Dice pool expansion. Alright, so with that, with the 10s it rolled, and all of the 8s and 9s, it rolled 15 successes.
Alright,
Ow.
Asher is out.
Asher is down. Well, you're not. Are you? You shouldn't be unconscious yet.
No.
This isn't subtracting your resistance from it.
Yeah, we have 10 HP, my dude.
Did HP change since I last read?
No, it's just that he also. Okay, what's your special integrity, Zim? Just so I can explain it to him.
3.
So he has 10 HP with 3 special integrity. 15 damage minus 3 equals 12. 12 damage against 10 health.
This
We're
one you
also
guys
not
had more
evolved right
HP
now.
than before.
We're not digivolved.
They're not evolved right now.
Fair. Okay, yeah, fair.
When they're evolved, they have 17.
Okay, that might be what I was thinking of. My apologies. It's like I
We're
could have
just
sworn you
past
guys had. I could have sworn you guys had more HP before.
Yeah, no, it's because we do not have many in the way of attribute.
Thank you. I will fix that for the next fight. Yeah, no, Asher, this thing literally just zeroes in on you, and its arm becomes a blade, and it just drives it through your chest, and lifts you up before flinging you into the wall.
On the plus side, he's not unconscious.
Ouch.
On the
though.
downside, he's awake for this.
Asher, your wound is burning. And you can see, like, around the wound, to you, it looks like the flesh is basically, like, rotted and is decaying rapidly. And once it flings Asher off, it is going to continuously look at him before taking a step towards him. It hasn't actually, like, really moved, but the intent is clear. It's going to keep moving. Also, give me 1 second. 1 moment.
Yep.
Oh, what the heck?
Therapy dog.
Those are African wild dog sounds.
Gotcha.
All right, I am back.
Perfect.
Nice.
And in this corner, we have the great and powerful Riv. And in this corner, we have a creature of darkest despair.
If it helps, Rib is going to use the thing that he stole from Vortigern. So, you know, it's actually going to have some bite to it. You did let me steal that, like, forever ago. So first off, he's going to use his stat buff move. He's going to raise his accuracy and special damage. And then he's basically going to make a spear out of ice and throw it directly at this thing.
Go for it.
Which, considering everything right now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 accuracy dice. Well, plus that those 6s count, so. Oh! Oh! Oof, ouchie, my bones.
Oh no, the bones go crunchy crunch.
Just resetting him real quick.
Yep, 1, 2, 3. I'll use the one I had saved away. I didn't want to have to use it, but this seems important. That turns it into an 8 on accuracy. It was worth it.
8 accuracy will hit.
Alright, cool. Riv's special nature, also this is mythic. Don't know if that helps or hurts you.
You will be it will be 7s for this.
7's gotcha. Yeah, he didn't steal any of those specialties, so there's no specialties. It will only be 13 dice. Alright. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Because he has +1 special damage.
Alright, give me 1 second. I just need to check something real quick.
That is 11 special. And I go down to 0.
My headphones are on the fritz, so just give me 1 moment. I heard, but I just need to get this fixed real quick.
Hey Zim, how does evolution work in combat?
It works the same as out of combat. As for time for how long it takes, I don't think we've actually established that.
No, but that's also normally because evolving on demand is kind of a... You know.
I always assumed because of the way it works in Digimon that it's just a quick action here.
That's kind of what I figured. I mean,
Yeah.
whenever we,
It's
so
magical girl transformation time.
Yeah, you know, the world stops when the girl's changing in Magna.
You know, just like an extendo scene.
I'm sorry, I heard when we're evolving and Magna, so lovely.
Yeah, like magical girl transformation. For
Yeah,
Magna.
remember
Yes,
like when
oh,
Magna
yeah,
transforms into Sailor Moon.
Right, hold up. I don't remember the phrase, but I do remember the pose.
I can just see you in my head, Brian, actually doing the pose in real life in your barracks.
I actually did just do it.
Oh, cool, thanks.
I know what Brian looks like, and he's really cute, and he can't dispute me.
I also imagine that he, for a moment, forgot that we could not see him.
No, I'm making sure that that fiasco doesn't happen again. When I was supposed to mute myself, but accidentally turned on my camera. And I know I've posted pictures of myself before.
There's also the joke of the bad guy. See them transforming. Quick, underling, attack them! And they get vaporized in the light.
So, oh no. I watch too many Japanese shows with like transformations and stuff. There's a Power Ranger one where they use trains and everything, and the enemies have to stand behind a white line in order to not get hit by trains.
I think Robot Chicken made a sketch about it. Although it was more about how hot that those transformation animations were, I suppose. But yeah, the villains do just kind of watch it happen.
I mean, I
And
imagine
then
it's
like,
kinda
oh,
like
I'm
those,
sorry. Oh, God.
I imagine it's kind of like looking at some of those adult channels as a kid, where it's all just this blurry mess, and you're just like, I think I see something there. Like, I think that's a ribbon. I'm not sure. There's like a bunch of stars on the way.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I mean, what's so sexy about transforming,
All right.
you know?
Hello?
Hello.
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 Alright. Figured out what the issue was, working on fixing it. I have one of my headphones working though, so I am good.
Cool. 11 special.
See your headphones in your contacts. Who do you want to call?
Yeah,
Okay, phone.
So whose headphones?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to make the rest of the joke. I can't. We're on the stream. That is far too inappropriate.
All right. So,
No,
Riv.
no, I want to know who this headphones is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got something
my
to
secret
tell me?
headphone code. Yes, I use. I don't know how to tell you about this. I use earbuds.
I see, I see.
I use
you
noise
like being
canceling
So you're letting-
earbuds.
So you're letting something else penetrate your body.
It's the only earphones I can use. They help deal
Apparently,
with my
I'm not
anxiety
enough.
and my people.
Oh no.
They're my emotional support earbuds, okay? I'm sorry.
But yeah, 11 special.
So when you drive your do you throw it or hold onto it when you stab it?
Oh, it's a ranged move. So like, he kind of like, just kind of has to like raise a wing and then like manifest it and throw it.
So when you throw it into it, it goes right into its chest and it stumbles as the spear basically penetrates the ground. And you can see that some of its liquid-like form is frozen. And it just kind of pauses and looks down as the ice corrodes and breaks. Before its body basically moves almost like in the inverse, and it was facing Asher, and then its body basically reshapes and shifts around until it's looking at you, Riv.
Understandable.
And where it once had that laser focus on Asher, that laser focus has now shifted directly to you. Anything else for you?
No, he already did his stuff. The only thing that he's really doing is like, that he was already kind of doing is sheltering slightly near the desk.
Note, I will say real quick to you, Riv, because I want to make sure you guys do feel that power within you. You could try to digivolve if you wanted to.
Riv was never given that.
That's right, you weren't. The others were.
The others Riv's mechanic is that he can swap out with Vortigern. And so if he needs to right now, he could swap out with Vortigern without it being too much of an issue, because you did approve the whole agreement with whole,
Yes.
dealing with whole Ruse Darkness. Like you were fine with Vortigern agreeing to do that, so it wouldn't activate the party having to also fight Vortigern afterwards, because this was a prior agreement.
Magna, it is your go. Noticeably, I will say real quick, Magna, you do see that giant hole in its chest that Riv created has very slightly healed. Not much. It's a very small bit, but it is actively, very slowly healing itself from that damage it took.
And now for Magna to give it medical attention and proceed to kill it even harder.
I was about to say, you could be the medic.
So I do want to point out real quickly, Magna's been in the back of the entire group the entire time, so he didn't know what was actually kind of happening. He sees Asher get stabbed and then thrown across the room. He's like,
Asher would have gotten thrown backwards towards you if you were in the back of the group.
oh, cool.
Whee! Flying puppers.
Being 2 feet tall, Magna's short enough to where paint gets thrown over him, and he's just like,
Oh no, Paint's here?
sorry, Asher.
No, as you see his ball get stabbed repeatedly.
Oh,
I'm
Paint,
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Paint's
goes all
ball
your
has been
power.
destroyed.
That's Paint's power focus, my guy. He's useless without it.
I'm sorry, I meant Asher. He just being 2 feet tall. He sees Asher get stabbed and then flung over him. He's like, Jesus Christ! Looks over, sees the monster and everything, sees it slight sort of healing after an icicle was stabbed into it. He's like, I think Gar's in there, but I'm gonna go help Asher real quickly. And Magna's going to use his healing move. Remind me what I needed to roll.
If it's healing, take your soul, your whatever expertise you're using, plus your medicine skill. Leave out specialties, because specialties are taken into account on their full effect, and then divide that by 2. That is your base roll. Now add in any relevant specialties and any heal power modifiers you have.
Sorry, I'm making note of all this real quickly.
Yep,
Just update
so
myself.
soul expertise skill, take that, divide by 2, round up. Add in your heal power and specialties. Specialties are nice because they don't get divided by 2. This also works for stuff like evasion and integrity. It's the
sorry.
same way.
Heal power?
Yeah, heal power on the move. That's what it's called. It's called heal power. If you have a move that heals and has heal power.
If you don't have any heal power, then you cannot use it to heal.
Because this is one of the starting moves.
So
Starting
heal
moves
power.
did not come with healing.
Well, right now the starting moves is literally just the basic 4 power thing, and then you get 60 XP. You can do what he wants with. So technically speaking, he could make a healing move to start with. Bryan, the heal power cost is it costs 2 of power cap, and it's 6 XP per. And you need to have heal power for it to be a healing move.
Yeah, okay.
Well, either that or heal over time, but you have to have something healing on it to heal.
Yeah, it would have been 2 heal power then.
All right, so 2 heal power plus your specialty.
Okay, and it's gonna be soul expertise.
So your
Yeah, I'm
soul expertise, your medicine, divide by 2 plus 5.
would have been 5 dice plus the heal power, and then specialty was due to wounds. Knowing that this is definitely a wound, that'll be 5 plus
5
2.
plus 5.
5 plus 5, okay, so 10 dice in total. Here we go.
There you go. We made it.
I'm sorry. It's been a little bit.
Hey, that's a lot of 10s.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so going from 7 up, so 1, 2, 4, 5,
6, 7.
6, 8, 10. Yeah, 7.
So that'll be 7 restorative for Asher at least.
And that Yeah. Um. And then Magna's just gonna be standing by Asher in order to help him up if need be. Just looking back in kind of fear at like what's happening with the creature. It's like, the heck is that?
So what did it look like when you healed him, Magna?
So normally it's a little. So normally it's gonna be Magna summoning a bit of fire in order to Magna would summon a little bit of fire, and then while looking at the wound and figuring out what places need to be taken care of first, he's using the fire in order to sort of mend the areas in order to assist in the healing process that the body would normally do.
So
Okay.
you're searing his wound shut.
It's
He is a battlefield knight. That would be applicable.
I'm sorry, I know it's gonna hurt, Ash. I know it's gonna hurt. I know it's hurting. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to help.
Magna, when you glance up towards the office, the thing is still facing Riv, but you see a second head has grown out of its chest, and it's looking right at you.
Seeing that the second head grows, Magnus is gonna just like audibly gulp, just like, oh god, no.
You can almost see like what it's thinking of. Rating priority target. New priority target located. Exterminate medics with extreme prejudice.
Magnus is gonna be like, I'm probably gonna die, and I didn't even...
It basically, you can see it's like it's watching you healing him, and it's just like, this is going to be an issue if I want to deal with this.
Magnus just like saying underneath his breath, where I'm pretty sure only Ash is gonna hear, is gonna be like, I'm probably gonna die to this thing, and god damn it, and I didn't even get to apologize to Gar. Fuck. And then that's gonna be it.
Man, what was that noise?
That is your turn.
Oh. I go up to it and stab it.
Okay.
Don't really have much else I can really do at the moment. I'll just use the sparking knife. So it's the 10% chance to burn target, bypass barriers, bypass accuracy. So I guess I'll hit. It's a power of 3.
You still need a roll, or does it bypass accuracy?
Yeah, bypasses accuracy.
Oh.
So like I don't care how much this thing shifts and squirms. I don't care if it's doing the limbo. I'm gonna hit it. And I'll try to set it on fire. Alright, what do we roll for a hit again?
Well, you hit it. For lighting it on fire, you're gonna have to roll a D100. For dealing damage, it's power plus skill plus half attribute.
Power plus skill plus half attribute, you said?
Yeah, in the terms of amount of dice you roll.
Alright, you'll have to pause on that one. Let's roll the D100 first. Come on, D100. 17. I guess that misses.
So no. No fire.
No fire.
No fire.
Alright, and then you said, what was it?
It is the power of the attack
Okay, that's
plus
3.
your skill. So for this, it would be on your sheet. It'll be called melee.
Okay.
And then half is just physical or special.
It's a physical, I believe.
Then half your body score.
Half my body score.
You round up.
I've got three in body scores that round up or round down.
It's round up. It follows math rules, so
Okay.
round up.
All right, so 2 plus 3. So I'll roll 7 dice. Not super great, but
Well, it's 5 on 7.
all
That's
that
above average.
exploding. Yeah, it's an exploding.
Yeah, no, it's 7 on 7. 8
Yeah.
on 7. That's a great roll.
Yay. How much did I hit it? 8 damage?
8 damage.
8 damage!
On 7 dice.
So as it's like distracted with its head like looking over at
Heads.
Magna heads, I chop off the extra head. If I can.
How much damage did you roll?
8.
Okay, just noting that down. Yeah, your blade comes down, slices its second head off.
That was without the suit. I didn't even put the suit into account.
And the creature's like it kind of snarls as the head just kind of falls and splatters to the ground. And the head you can see the wound in its chest from you cutting it off, but the remains of the head just kind of slurry back into its legs as it just kind of pauses, looks away from Riv, and looks down at you, Spectre. And its gaze is like, I'm going to fucking yeet you like a fucking football right now.
Bring it, booger.
By monetization.
Hey, it's been past 15 minutes.
True.
It's okay, I don't need to eat this month.
It's better not think about it. It's better not think about it.
So does the armor...
cold.
Should I roll extra for the armor?
Were you in the armor?
Well, I'm always wearing the armor.
Yep.
Yes, then.
And that's what, a +3?
It'd be 1 additional dice because it adds 2, but since it's divided by half, so that would just give you an additional dice.
Mhm.
I'll
On
just
damage,
roll my
that is.
additional.
Yes, on damage.
Alright, it's a 4, so it doesn't matter. Alright, that's my turn. And my last words were just bring it, booger.
Brioche.
This
Now
thing
go
must
ahead
have
and
a core.
damage all of us combined.
So time for me to full action Fatal Ladle.
Mm-hmm.
Bypass
All right.
accuracy.
Alright guys, great session. Thank you all for joining today. The boss is dead. See y'all next week.
There's
We'll make
no
sure-
way.
We'll make sure that Kerr, says the line of "I wasn't expecting you guys to kill it so quickly."
Yeah, we need the punchline first.
Yeah. we need him to say the line.
I'm pretty sure you're good to roll damage, Brioche.
I believe the attack auto hits, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, I planned for it this time. I planned for it this time.
It's a lot of ones.
Oof.
Oof, duh.
The Fatal Ladle hits Spectre in the head.
I guess I'm dead.
Oh god, no.
That's like, what, a 3? You might want to willpower that.
Who wants
Yeah.
some Spectre soup?
All willpower.
Wasn't it bypass accuracy though?
For damage? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's rolling damage right now.
Yeah, that was damage.
So he rolled a 3 on the Fatal Ladle's damage. I think he wants to roll that.
Mm-hmm. That one's better.
Yeah. It's what, like an 8 now?
Nine.
That looks much
9.
more painful.
9? Yeah, probably 9.
9. And increase crit by 1 if that affects it.
Oh, if it's bypass accuracy, it won't.
Oh, that was one of the
It might be
extra
a little
effects
bit
you
additive.
gave. But
Yeah. There was a rework at one point. Because I remember I helped you with that like months ago.
So, Brioche, how do you drive the fatal ladle into the creature?
scooping for the core.
As you drive the fatal ladle into the creature and try to scoop through it, it lets out a snarl. But you can't find a core to tear out.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing, Brioche? I don't think this thing's regular.
Well, give it Metamucil then.
Oh my god.
Meta, what?
Da 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 da.
Oh, I know that one. That's a medicine that makes you go poop.
On fire right now?
Nah, I'm okay. Now, you big fat virus thing. I'm gonna delete you. Defrag, refrag.
Kill him.
And Digivolve.
Yo!
Alright. Alright, need to change this.
May darkness prevail.
Asher has
Ow.
been cursed with less power.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What?
Light paw.
Why?
Okay.
At least he digivolved.
Asher does de-digivolves all the way back down to child form. Into a blob.
No, that's actually still pretty good. Sold that one.
6.
Yeah, 6 special.
This time you see its body start to bubble a little bit, but it seems to mostly shake it off without too much damage.
You don't even know how much damage I did.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was damage. I thought that was 6 special damage. I misheard you.
Oh, accuracy.
Sorry, I misheard you. With the hit stun, yes, that will hit.
I was about to say Bayesian's got to be garbage right now.
Yes, with the
Well,
hit stun, yes.
Not too much, because Spectre hit it with a bypass, and Brioche also hit it with a bypass.
Oh, the bypasses don't affect accuracy?
It bypasses the accuracy stage.
Oh, I thought those still applied hit stun.
Nope. It bypasses the accuracy phase.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty intuitive.
Thank you for letting me that. Thank you for letting me know that.
So,
In that case,
hit
no,
stun-
that will not hit it.
okay. Hit stun is very specifically if a roll is made against that stat, it goes down by 1.
Okay, my apologies. I just for some reason thought the attack lowers it by 1.
No, it's the same reason that if you roll 0 successful accuracy, it doesn't incur hit stun.
Oh,
Because
okay.
they're
Okay.
basically like you're literally just missing without them having to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because so the thought process, so long as you roll some amount of accuracy, you are forcing them to have to try to dodge it.
Okay.
Which then makes it harder to dodge additional things.
Dodge, deflect,
So-
whatever the case may be. It's you
Yeah.
know.
Take an action to avoid it. Like, if you fail on accuracy, you roll literally no successes. You're like they literally have to do nothing.
So how does your refrag defrag look, Asher? When you try to hit this thing?
I mean, it's the same golden beam coming out of him as what already hit Holru and forced this thing out.
There.
More specifically, it basically pixelizes the target and picks out anything that Asher doesn't want in there.
When you send this beam towards it, it lifts its hand up as like a just screen of light forms as your beam hits the light and just kind of shatters against it, unable to get through.
So what?
Also, what do you mean, like, anything you don't like? So you can literally, like, attack someone and take out their childhood memories? Like, ooh, that pistachio-flavored ice cream you like? Gone.
Yes.
Get out of here, you.
Well, I mean, he'd have to be able to identify that first, and that's where Riv came in.
Charles nervously tugging at the collar of his vest.
I mean, yes, he can remove that stuff if he knows about it, but mostly he just, it's like, oh, this block is good, this block is bad. Take out the bad.
Yep.
Well, throw out my ability to do taxes.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God my insecurities don't manifest as a black sludge-like substance.
Yeah, Riv kind of handed Asher like a 15 success data slate of this guy. So like that made it pretty easy to figure out all the bad, along with having the prior version to compare it to.
We call this processing power.
Yeah.
So Asher did digivolve though, yes?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to double check.
And he's
Alright,
putting,
anything else?
he is standing over top of Magna, literally one of his front paws just blocking Magna from view.
Come on.
Also, is anybody hurt?
Only you?
Only Asher was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It hasn't had a chance to try to hurt anyone else yet. You were the priority target at the moment.
Don't forget, bosses are supposed to have 2 turns, by the way, Kerr.
Yep, I know it does. Its turn is at the very end after Jace.
Ah.
That's why I said there's no point of me adding the second one, because it rolled so bad that time.
What did it roll? A 1, a 1, and a 2?
It rolled a 1 and a 1.
Ah, okay. I thought it had 3 dice.
Or 1, 1, and a 1. It rolled triple ones.
Ah.
Roll. Would have been funny if it was triple. Nope, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. That's bad.
Alright, so then I believe it is Jace's turn?
Well, no, because Asher does have a second part to his defrag refrag. He's gonna remove the wound from himself.
Okay.
Because it also has healing.
Oh, it has True Heal on it?
Well, not true heal, but...
Well, the only way you can remove your wounded status effect is with rest. Unless you have True Heal.
Taldarius, put your pedanticness aside. It's flavor.
You do have a wounded status effect, though.
It's
you went down.
flavor.
Pistachio flavored?
He would have a stage 1 wound on him because he went down. So I was just pointing it out.
Magna over here accidentally singeing the fur, just trying to heal Asher. Just like, I got you. Asher just digivolves standing over Magna, just like, oh.
Anyways. Well, that's enough to do the max that he can receive at this time. So, yeah, now he's done.
Okay.
Somebody's breathing into their mic.
I think it's Bryan.
If
I'm
it
also
would be, my
gonna.
apologies.
I'm also gonna digivolve right away. Aha. I will. He's right in front of me, isn't he? Because he attacked Asher, and Asher was right next to me. Neat.
Yep.
I'm
He's right
gonna.
beside you.
I'm gonna start off with a least lethal thrust, so I've got increased crit on my attack here. And thank goodness it has expanded crit because 9s. Oh. Wait, you said for me, this is a shadow move. Does this have the increase on difficulty for me or no?
Difficulties for 8 for you.
Okay.
But this is accuracy stage, right?
Yes, this is accuracy though.
Yeah.
So,
So it's still 7.
Well, no, it's 6. It'd be 6s, but he didn't roll any 6s.
I believe that's 16 to hit.
That will hit.
And it would crit.
Yes, that will crit.
I will take 50% more dice once I figure out how many dice I'm supposed to be rolling here because, let's see, 4... $11, and I would normally get... Wait, that's not right. Hold on. Let me redo the math. 4 plus 3. A lot of dice. I'm getting a lot of dice here. I'm just going to put it that way and then roll. I would normally be getting half this back, but I do not right now. Because I have not taken any damage, so I can't do any temp healing.
Unfortunately, those 7s aren't going to count.
No, they're not.
At least it's 5.
Yeah, I've got a 10 in there as well.
I will remind you, you can vigor and have those 9s explode.
How many 9s are in there?
Like 2.
2.
It's 4 successes right now.
I could also willpower it and just re-roll the whole thing.
You could.
Yeah. Try that again. Hopefully with better successes. That looks better.
You could also vigor to have those 7s count. Or the 9s explode. You still have 2 9s.
I'm not including the 50%. No, I am. Hold on. Brain, work for me. 6, 7, 8. Sure, I'll take the vigor push because that'll put me to 10 or 12 damage if I got the math right here.
That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'd be 11. 12, yeah.
12?
12, yeah.
Take 12 physical damage.
How do you attack it? Give me our description here.
Oh, well, it's standing right next to me, and the blade went right through, so Jace just forms another blade in his other hand made out of shadow and just goes for the throat. Dab.
Your blade goes into its throat. It kind of looks down at you, looks back up, then down again. It definitely felt it. But it looks more annoyed than really hurt. You did hurt it though. But it does look annoyed with you.
Well, he's about to be more annoyed.
Go ahead.
I got a second attack.
Multi-attack,
You do.
huzzah.
Yes,
Not having
because
to
I
move
can
is
tail
fun.
bash. This one has a 30% chance of restraining, and I am going to. Ugh.
I mean, if you leave it, you still rolled accuracy, and you'll still hit stun it a bit for Charles.
That's true. That is true.
By the way, coming in the newest, character sheet update is a hit stun tracker and other nice things.
Good. I'm going to go ahead and finally burn her soul. Let me see if I can get a 10 out of this. Or God's just going to say no.
Hey.
RN Jesus has forsaken me.
Why have you forsaken me?
Dang it, I was hoping I would get or be able to possibly pop or strain on him and super piss him off.
Oh no.
Unfortunately not.
Well,
Wait.
it's his turn. He's got
Oh,
a shadow
Charles.
blade stuck in his throat. He said that the boss gets to go after me at the
Oh,
bottom.
yeah, true. True, yeah.
I just don't have a way to pass it to him.
Yeah, you're good. It pauses for a moment and kind of just looks at you, Jace. And then it tilts its head.
Bring it, bitch.
Interesting. Like, now it's actually talking. Before it was just like animal screeches, but now it's actually speaking as it's looking at you. It seems very intrigued by the fact you just digivolved in front of it. It glances over at Asher for a moment, and then you see it kind of cock its head to the other side. Threat level increased. Let's deal with this. As he lifts one of his hands up, and you can see basically across his entire arm, little spines basically come out. As everyone specifically who is in the room, so Asher and Magna, you two are safe. This attack is going to go against all of you. This is an AoE.
Alright.
Wait, no. Guard, no.
Hey, AoEs be like that.
Yeet.
Poor Gar. Holder's getting hit, whatever.
Watch, this will be enough to get Hole ruined the fight.
Let's see for this one. This is 12 accuracy to hit.
I think it's gonna hit
That
crit.
that will also crit me. I think that crits everybody.
I think it should, yeah.
Yep.
This is thankfully its damage is not as high on this move.
Well, if it
But
has such
it
a massive
crits.
AoE, like that takes a lot of XP cap.
Yeah. But it did crit, so it is going to hit for some damage. That's the problem.
I mean, we have integrity for that reason.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question for you, Tochemay. I have a very important question for you.
Ow.
What did you do, or what did the party do to you to upset you so much that you cursed my dice with good luck? Because I feel like I'm on the opposite end of what you do to me, Tochemay. Like, this is normally what happens to me with all of you. When you guys decide to go, we're gonna break it.
Uh-oh.
Well,
That
good job
doesn't
on the
sound...
rolls.
What?
I just want to double check real quick. Zim, the instant death has not been added, right?
Yes, it has.
Oh,
What's the trigger for the instant death?
Getting to your HP negative.
Okay, hopefully I don't roll that well.
Well, like, for example, in order to get that for Riv, you need to deal 25 special.
Okay, yeah, no, you're good then. You're good then. I just worried.
So when you do go down, your HP is reset to 0. Instant death is your max HP plus your current HP. And that needs to be dealt in one blow.
In one blow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
overkill
after
quickly.
every hit, your HP resets to 0. But you need to get to effectively minus 10. Or minus your HP.
Okay.
Because, what that means for your current plus your max, that just means you'd have to get to your max and negative in one hit.
Okay, so yeah, some of you should be, especially the ones who took the time to digivolve, you guys should be okay. But this thing rolled really well. It rolled really well. It rolled quite a few 10s, as it literally just lifts its arm up as it's looking at you, Jace, and it smiles at you. And then from its arm, dozens of thin black tendrils just lance out in every direction, like the branches or roots of a tree, and basically just start skewering everything in the room. So this will be before soak, 16 damage.
Physical or special?
This will be special damage.
You said 16?
Yes.
All right, that means Vortigern gets forced out.
Yeah, Charles is down too.
I'm still standing.
Thankfully,
Yeah,
the two
Vortigern's
healers
out.
were not in the room.
Wait. If people went down in the room, doesn't that mean they're coming for us next?
I mean, Vortigern's there now.
I'm still standing.
Jace is still up as well.
I'm gonna be playing Dark Knight over here. Y'all do the thing where you res the party, please. Healers, somebody please ultimate. Healers, please ultimate. Healers, please ultimate.
We need an LB3 right now.
To be fair, I think the virus is gonna have some bigger issues in a second.
Noticeably, though, Jace, when you don't go down, he is looking at you, and you can actually see, like, huh. I'm just imagining, Jace, how badly wounded are you, Jace?
Because I couldn't technically, since you can't have temporary heal above your HP, right? Just to clarify,
If it's
that's still the thing.
restorative, then no.
I just have a life steal, so I think that is restorative.
That's restorative, yeah, by default.
Let me do math really quickly. Divided by 17. Point. I have 35% of my health left.
Okay, so I'm just imagining, like, 6 or 7 of these blades have found, like, the chinks in the armor and just kind of skewered into you, and maybe even 1 or 2 actually punctured through the armor to get into you. And it's just looking at you, and it's actually, like, it's almost respect. It hates you. It wants you dead. But you can almost see, like, huh, you're still standing. I'm going to enjoy fighting you then.
Free action. I'm gonna lose my other kunai for my other arm.
I'm just imagining Magna and Asher. You guys can both all see basically Spectre, Brioche, and Charles and Rib basically just skewered on these spines.
Rib isn't because if he were to go down, instead Vortigern gets to come out. So Vortigern is.
That's true. Yes. I figured he's gonna break himself off though.
He's gonna what?
He would just break himself free by freezing it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It ain't gonna matter. It did like a quarter of his HP.
Noticeably, I will say, through this forest of spines and spikes, you can see Gar is on the ground against the desk, and in front of him, one hand outstretched, is Holru, a small golden globe surrounding both of them and shielding them. Holru looks like a million miles of dead road, though, but the shield was strong enough to protect those two from this attack. You're not sure, though, if he's going to be able to stand up for a second one, though, if it did try this again. Noticeably, it doesn't seem like it's really going to try, though. Its focus right now is on Jace. It is intrigued by Jace. And does Charles have to roll anything?
If he is down, then he has to roll a d10. 6+ counts as a survival counter, and a 5 or lower counts as a death counter. You may also move half. Are you conscious? You should be conscious, right?
Probably, I think.
For roll 16, what's your special integrity?
It's okay, Charles.
It's a
Death is not
3.
the end.
I was dealt 13 damage.
Oh yeah, no, you're still awake. Then you can move half your movement without any negatives. No attack of opportunity, nothing.
I can also take a standard action for 2 points of exhaustion.
So you could just like limp out of the room towards the medics.
You could do that.
Did something break?
We're just waiting on Charles to decide what he's gonna do.
Yep.
It's just me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna Charles is going to try and use his depressurize move on the creature.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk!
Oh no.
Oh, his influence. Funny little influence here.
Hi, Gimmon.
Hi, Gimmond.
There you go, Kerr.
Sure, I will allow it. I will allow it.
That's a 3, so that's 1 for the death counter.
Please note, even if you get healed, you are going to keep your current death counter until you rest.
Right. Okay. And now I just roll for accuracy of the move.
Oh.
Want to vigor that 9?
How does the vigor mechanic work again?
Basically, it causes the 9 to be treated as the 10.
Yeah. Either that, or you can... Another thing you could do is, because this is accuracy, right? Are you using a move?
Yes.
Because 6s count, you could also vigor to make 5s count. Getting 2 more successes and bring your total up to 8. You could choose between either increasing your crit range or decreasing your difficulty.
Right, yeah. It's just
It costs a point of vigor and 1 exhaustion.
Well, that's not very nice.
But considering we know that this thing has like around 8 evasion, it would make you hit.
True. Okay. So yeah, I will then I'll move the floor down, so I'll make 5s count. And spend 1 point of vigor.
I will say, something to, of course, keep in mind is that it would make the 9 explode. Which has the chance of doing nothing, it has the chance of being a 1, but it does have the chance of being a 9 or a 10, which then would explode again.
Yeah, but then again, we also need to get to like 16 successes to crit the thing, and there's no difference between rolling an 8 and rolling a 12.
Oh, I thought this was on damage for some reason. Never mind.
No, this is accuracy.
This is just accuracy, yeah. So does 8 hit, Kerr?
8 will hit, yes.
Okay. Actually, that's all it needed. Alright, so Charles will rapidly depressurize the air around the creature's skull.
Its body.
Its body, yes. And causing it to be inflicted with confusion.
To inflict the status effect, what you do, is it guaranteed?
It's guaranteed without damage, yes.
Okay, so that means, does this also deal damage? Oh, no, you said it's without damage.
Nope.
Alright, so that would be against its soul save, but yeah. it's important to let him know that this is against soul save instead of something like special evasion.
Ah, it's fair enough.
So then, what's the creature's soul save, Kerr?
Its soul save is. Let's see. Right now, it doesn't have any of its things. It is 5. It has a soul
so
save of
you-
5.
Yeah, he wouldn't have even needed a vigor then.
Oopsie doodle. But oh well.
I mean,
Uh,
even
Well, I
though,
was asking in case he crits.
yeah, he has to decide to vigor before he knows the results.
Oh yeah, I know. I was just more saying, if we were considering that, we might not have decided to vigor. But yeah, no. So yeah, it's just gonna be confused now.
Woohoo! There was a chance I survived this round.
And of course, Charles does all this while hanging off the big old branch that pierced right through his lower abdomen. He's just kind of hanging there for now.
All right. So how much damage do you do to it, Charles?
Oh, it's no
an
damage. It's just inflicts confusion.
Okay. Gotcha.
So he confused.
What does confusion do, Pal?
So what confusion does?
Yes.
And they have to spend 1 action a turn on cleanse. It disables quick actions, and for other actions that they do, the remaining 1 action, they roll a d10. On a 1 through 3, they move in a random direction. On a 4 through 6, they harm themselves, and on a 7 through 10, they can act as normal. Stage 1, it's just 2d10 self damage, 2.d10. So it's it's more just to disrupt the enemy's ability to act as they want.
And potentially cause it to harm itself.
Yeah.
So that all for you, Charles?
Oh yes. I'm down so I can only do a quick action or a standard action at the cost of exhaustion. So
All right. So it cannot take quick actions.
It has to use an action on cleanse,
Okay.
which it can attempt to cleanse itself of confusion.
It will attempt to do so.
All right, Charles, what's your soul plus expertise plus whatever skill you used when using the move?
It's 8.
All right, so it has a cleanse DC of 4.
Okay. And this is a soul save I have to make?
Yeah, so it's going to be soul, expertise, integrity, and it has to meet or beat a 4.
Okay.
Roll bad, roll bad, roll bad.
Hey, so guys, can I be considered part of his side right now? So then there's a positive
The
side?
traitor hits
Yes.
me.
Hold on, we're gonna use this traitor power for good. We're gonna shove Magna over to his side really quickly.
Magna,
2 foot tall Magna just like, hi there, I'm on your side now.
Magna, you need to need this
Nani?
dice to work as much as possible.
I need it to work.
Ones.
So I need to roll 4, yes? Or
The
beat
DC
4.
is 4 plus, so yeah.
Okay. He rolled exactly 4.
Oh,
Well, they'll get cleansed.
Rats.
On the
Mine
plus
is
side,
still
you
eats
did
a
just
mouth.
force it to use an action.
Yes.
Okay.
So now the rest it can act through its turn as normal now.
Okay, so it's second action now. Sad. I was going to double attack Jay, so now I can't.
It's still single.
Yeah, I have to figure out which attack it's going to use now. Because this actually matters, because,
It's nice knowing
It's
you
not-
guys.
It's not feeling threatened enough to try to heal. It's hurt decently, but it's not going to do it, not with most of its targets down. And Jace has its attention. He is intrigued by Jace. It wishes to punch him in the dick.
No.
That's a rather
No.
large target, damn.
I was
You
about to
leave
say, but that's
Why
several
does he keep
people's
kicking me in the
favorite
dick?
target.
You leave that man's crotch alone. I swear to God.
I
You know,
That's
can't
more
believe they
valuable
all
than your
kick
life,
you in
mister.
the
You
dick.
better leave it alone.
You know what? Magna's gonna take the scissors from Asher and neuter that thing.
It's gonna just use its basic attack here.
Please
'cause
miss, please miss, please miss.
Let's
I'm
see
still
what we
technically
get.
on the side. I'm still technically on its side.
Hey, Magna.
Yeah.
Thanks for the luck.
Fuck.
He's still betraying the party.
Yeah, like you all expected a traitor, you just suddenly start betraying somebody else. That's rich.
Also, the thing is, though, that Magna said, please miss. Since Magna was hopeful for something, the opposite happened.
Obviously.
Okay, so you want me to be wishing that it crits?
Yes.
What happens in the
And there
off
goes
chance
Kurt.
that it does crit?
There's a high likelihood that he might actually be able to one-hit KO me here.
Oh God.
So, Magna, thank you for the luck so much. Because I got 2 10s on the first roll, and then the 2 dice I rolled 2 10s again. You are super lucky for me today.
God damn it.
I did a couple of 1s though, so let me count real quick.
See, Kerr needs to roll some good rolls every once in a while.
Every once in a while, I roll it. Every
No.
once in a while.
Burn. Disappear. Illegal. Stop being so mean.
9-6. This is a boss, Magna. I spent a lot of time working on this boss for. I didn't expect this creature to come up this early, but I'm okay with it. I made it so you guys could be able to fight it. I just.
Nine, 9 is not a crit, thankfully.
Yes. Okay, it does not crit you this time. It's just able to kind of form a blade in its hand and just kind of jab you.
Is this
It's aiming
physical or
for-
special, by the way?
Special.
Dang. Okay.
Its body is corrosive when it touches you. It hurts.
Kerr loves his corrosive enemies.
That's because of the theme of the creature that you're facing. It does bad things to Digimon data.
Is it related to that thing?
I mean, he already did say multiple times that Cernudas is literally composed of curse.
Yes.
So it would not surprise me to learn that virulent curse data and darknet data is very similar.
It is similar to each other, yes, when it interacts with Digimon. Magna, why do you hate your party?
Okay, cool. Where's my
When I said consequences, I meant for you, not them.
Where's my bonk myself stick? Where is it?
That'll be
wait, I
7
don't have
special damage to you, Jace.
Okay, I'm gonna be alright here then because I've got that. So give me a second. Still standing.
As it just kind of brings its blade down across you.
I itch at the spot like it itches a little bit in response, kind of looking away like I'm looking for a mosquito.
It kind of tilts its head, sees that you took the hit, you're still standing and not in 2 pieces, and it grins even wider. Like, normally I get stuck with chafe and I'm bored, but you're still standing after 2 attacks. Our battle shall be legendary!
Yeah, Riv's gonna erase you.
I was about to say, Vortigern just about to do something completely fucking nasty to this thing.
Vortigern.
yeah,
Jason's just gonna point at Vortigern like, but that.
But that,
Yeah, it focuses entirely on you right now, Jason. It's like it looks like excited. It's like this is going to be a glorious fight. Bring it, bitch.
so
I'm okay with
Arthur,
Riv,
I have a very
Yes.
important question for you.
I have a very important answer.
Yes. So when it came to its massive AoE attack, can you re-describe what that was like?
So what it did basically was lift its arm, and then you could see little like tendrils kind of come out of it, like almost like arrowheads, all across its limb. And then basically from its entire arm, it's almost like these roots or blades came shooting out in all directions.
All right.
It's basically like imagine someone put a tree and the tree's branches shot out in all directions into the room and filled it.
Oh, this thing is so fucked. Vortigern
Oh, no.
is immediately going to data spike the nearest quote-unquote branch and follow it back to the main body.
Yeah. Yes, it did not plan for that, but yes.
Carlook and
This
Data
thing is
Resistance Squad.
going to hate this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do I get any bonus dice or modifiers or anything?
I'll give you a +2 for that. This is intriguing and interesting.
Okay, so that brings me to 11, 15, 18.
This is going to hurt. Luckily, it has HP.
Very likely, yes. It could also not, but it is likely.
Its special defense is not the best, but it's got an okay
it's,
defense.
Pull out the shotgun.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I forgot. I also forgot his accuracy modifiers.
Oh, this is going to hurt.
So that's... I'll solve those ones because he gets his shit. Okay, so ignoring those ones now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 accuracy.
For which type?
This would be special.
That will crit.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna have 9s go, and so that would end up being 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, those don't get added as dice. Sorry, I was dumb. So that's 17 plus 2 plus. So 9's exploding. It might be dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 explosions.
I sense pain.
So then that becomes 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 with 4 explosions. 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 damage.
Who's in control, Riv?
Oh, Vortigern is absolutely in control right now.
Does Vortigern say anything before he does this? Because I feel like this deserves a one-liner or something.
Basically all that Vortigern is going to say is, "May your data help me decode the data killer around our home."
Also, I want to say real quick, to Vortigern, this data, like, it can see the data. This thing is an abomination to you. This is analytical anathema to everything you are.
Unfortunately, he does require this data.
I just imagine just putting your wing onto one of these spires, and it just starts freezing as you just invade its data with your own ice data, and it just floods through this thing. It for a moment it was looking at Jace looking excited, and then it kind of looks surprised. It looks back, and a look of just fear comes over its face as its entire body freezes solid and shatters.
Here comes the blue screen.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that company was involved in this world.
Oh my god!
Look, I had to spend half the day waiting on a text message, okay?
Internet was slow today, okay?
Well, it wasn't just slow. There was many giant companies that were completely offline for a majority of the day.
Well, yeah, I know that. It was just stupid slow at work. It was annoying.
Yes, CrowdStrike.
It's funny because my work just put those on everybody's PCs like yesterday. 2 days ago? 2 days ago.
Did someone say Cloud Strife?
Cloud Strife? Ooh. But yeah, the Vortigern is going to basically just go truly disgusting data, but it must be cataloged nonetheless. And turn over to where Holru is. And start walking towards him.
Holru is just going to kind of just drop his arm, panting a little bit.
And Vortigern is going to inspect him to make sure that basically all of that Darknet data was properly expunged. Not leaving, basically any of it behind.
Yes, it appears all of the data was removed.
All right.
Jason's going to shout medic because I'm assuming we're out of initiative.
Yes.
Yeah. Vortigern is just going to look at Holru like directly in the eyes and then go, "Your data has successfully been cleansed of the Darknet corruption. Now you have no excuse if you return to your old ways."
Asher's going to trot in and start healing everybody.
Magna's going to be assisting.
Defrag, refrag, remove the damage.
And I'm doing what I can with my own healing move, Draco Heal.
All right, now
start repairing the holes in your friends.
Yes, exactly. Though right now, Asher's healing is actually true healing.
As your ring turns from silver to gold, as you begin cleansing the corrupt acidic data from their wounds.
Ow, that was a cheap shot.
Jace goes, I think this armor works great for powering me up, but doesn't really work great as armor.
Maybe I should have asked for armor instead of that gun.
Nah, you got it. That helped big time.
No, you're right.
It probably would have dropped him if you hadn't done that.
I have 3 hit
Charles
points
made a
left.
hero play.
No, don't worry about it. I just saved Jace. It's all fine. Don't worry about it. You don't owe me a thing. And dying, though. Ooh, just a little.
Yeah, you're the first one Magna's treating.
Asher, Charles just said that he doesn't owe me a thing. Make sure he gets extra care. I'm pretty sure he's messed up.
No, actually, they could use another hit of that thing that you put in there, actually. It helps with the pain.
Oh no, I'm spotted.
No, you're not getting any more of that.
Human is here. Do you has egg?
Not even a little. I mean, I get leg cramps. It's bad. And But I have this awful anxiety.
Do, 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 do,
Just
do.
puts a big paw
Itchy
on
backs, frick,
Charles's
frick, frick.
face and continues doing the healing.
Can I... Magna's just gonna look at Ash real quickly. I think... as Mag just like pointing at Horu, I think he might need some help. Can I leave the others to you?
How loud is he saying this?
Just enough for Asher and maybe even Charles to hear.
Go ahead.
You're a real class act there, Magna. You'll make a fine medic one day.
Jace is just gonna lean at the desk and look at Horu.
Speaking of the desk, and as Lightpaw pointed out, the chat did demand an answer earlier on whether this mahogany desk survived the AoE.
Yes, it did.
It's mahogany. Nothing destroys mahogany but mahogany. It's based
Except
science people.
invincible, I think.
Wait.
Oh, no. Jace, you forgot about uncoaster drinks.
Well, we're not going to count those because those are a special exception that destroys everything. So you can't put a black hole, like, in the middle of the room and expect anything to survive, okay?
True. But did Horu respond or answer to what Vortigern said? Mike check Kerr.
God damn it.
Oh,
Post it.
Post it.
No.
we gotta get a punch card or something. Every 10 times he gets the mic muted, we get a free froyo.
What we need to do is we need to hire Whiskers to make a copy of that, except it's Kerr specifically.
It's just too good at this point.
I mean, Raijin is open.
True.
I've been talking for 30 minutes!
And I'm pretty sure that the moment you mentioned that, Raijin started scribbling already.
Which is lovely.
But yeah, so Kerr.
Yes.
Did Horu respond to what Vortigern said?
Give me the line again because I lost my train of thought after the mute action.
Okay. This was a little bit ago, but he went. It seems all of the darknet data corruption has successfully been purged from your system. See that you act better in the future, because now, if you do fall back into your own ways, you have no excuse.
He nods slowly.
Yeah, because Vortigern is looking him like right in the eyes as he says this. And then he will follow up a couple seconds later. Go, if you do not improve, I will be forced to treat you as that horrible creature was treated.
He glances at the remains before nodding slowly.
Especially considering from what he saw, it was literally after a single purposeful touch. And after that, Vortigern is just gonna look over. You said Jace was right there, right, Era?
Yeah, he's leaning on the desk looking down.
He's just going to go, the agreement has been finished and my purpose here is done. I'm going to be ceding control back now.
Bye.
And he's going to swap back because, well, that's that.
Jace will pop up the visor, look at Horu, and be like, so, We have some favors to ask, I think. When everybody's back up. Help you're applicable or amicable to them now.
I feel like this is a great cut to black area right there with that line. But what's up, Asher?
I was just going to say that everybody is healed. It'll take some time, but everybody does get healed to full HP.
Woo! I didn't even think I got hurt once.
You were caught in the AoE.
You got caught
I
in the
didn't even
AoE and
notice. I
Yeah.
blacked out.
Yeah, no, you got downed.
Oh, dang.
It AoE to everyone in the room and down to everyone except Jace, and Vortigern came out because Rib would have been downed.
Ah, I see.
And then Asher and Magna were spared from it because they weren't in the room.
Which was honestly very good if the combat kept going, because at least the healers did not get taken down. Go LB3 right now.
To be fair, Vortigern with his build would have automatically walled this thing.
I was ready to play Dark Knight and solo tank for a little while people were getting back healed.
This makes me think. I was watching my roommate fighting against a boss on a 4-man dungeon for 14. His entire team went down, and he proceeded to solo the boss from half health down, and was able to actually kill it.
I've re-resed parties several times. I don't remember which one it was. You'd have to ask Vari because I was playing with Vari at the time. But I remember there was a combat where the entire party got downed, and I had to re-raise them like 5 times without LBs.
Well, as the 3 people were watching the tank solo a boss, and this was an end game level boss, one of them actually typed in the chat, "Lynn has not given up, and obviously he is not dead, and I have not yielded." It was I can't remember the exact quote, but it was the Black Panther quote from the movie.
Nice.
I am obviously not dead.
So we're fading to black.
By the way, Kerr, I hope you have learned a valuable lesson about descriptions around me.
Yes, I approve though. Yes, I think that's a good fade to black moment as you say that, Jace.
And Magna's just like walking up, ready to help Horu and Gar up and treat whatever injuries they might have.
Yeah, one of the reasons I was willing to use that AoE here, it's like, this is probably going to do a lot of damage and possibly take some people out, but both of the healers are outside the AoE, so I don't feel bad about doing this.
Regret 0%.
Regret 0%. It's like, if a couple people go down, I'm sure Magna and Asher can get them up. I mean, that's what the medics are for.
Ironically, it made the
Medics.
boss die way faster.
Oh yeah,
Because it forced Vortigern to come out, who just murked the guy.
Hey, we took out 2 bosses in the last several sessions. That's got to be worth some bonus points at some point.
True.
Yes.
Eventually.
I need to hit up Taldarius, Kerr, Zim, or Era later on, just so then I can get a move and figure out how much XP it is.
If it's moves, ask me. I'm combat guy.
Okay, I'll hit you up later.
I will give you guys some big points for this fight. That you guys did really good for here. I was very proud of how well you survived, especially you, Jace. Good job on you.
Hooray!
It's like, I was a little bit surprised that Brioche and Charles and everyone didn't evolve on their first turn. It's like,
We're
It
in
just didn't
confined
occur
space.
to me.
To be fair, Asher
what-
didn't even get a chance to evolve before he was murked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asher drew the aggro with the heals before the tank was ready, and the creature just proceeded to walk over and go, "Hi, Tank Buster," on the poor squishy healer.
I liked the fact that Kerr forgot that Riv never got the evolution mechanic because he has Vortigern.
Yeah, and I just love the fact that I'm like, hey, I'm gonna heal our other healer real quickly. Target found, head chopped off. target lost.
Yeah, no,
And-
so I did include a little bit of a mechanic of if he takes damage from someone, he usually shifts aggro unless like something happens that draws his aggro. Like, oh hey, Magna, you just got up someone who he took down in one hit. Your healing it looks extremely dangerous. New priority target located.
And then we
And then-
have Spectre chopping that head off.
Yeah, and then Jace drew its attention as well, and it's just like, oh, hello, sexy. I wish to kill you. Our fight will be glorious.
Happens to Jace a
I
lot.
really did think the visual of like the thing getting excited because like, oh, this is gonna be a good fight. Jace just pointing over to Vortigern, ignores the point. Ice rapidly spreading through tendrils.
Oh, fuck all kinds of duck.
I know. For
And
one
my-
second.
My big attack requires all actions, so
That's what full actions are for, though, is for nastiness.
you can't
Yep,
evolve
and,
during that.
Yep, and Vortigern's attack was a full action, so you know.
Hello, friend.
He did do the full action
Goodbye.
version of Data Spike, which is basically like if you're getting full action Data Spiked, lol lamau goodbye.
Yeah. I'm
By the way, can I get approval on that move, by the way, Kerr? At some point, too?
Yes, I will approve it.
Cool.
Yeah. I forgot Riv was before me. So I'm like, oh hey, I'm gonna Mega Evolve, dash inside, and quickly Digivolve, dash inside, start healing somebody. Riv kills the enemy. I'm like, cool, don't need a Digivolve now.
I mean, you did it good, so...
Yeah. No, if you had not if it hadn't gotten another turn and Jace didn't if let me go back, sorry. If Charles had not stopped it from having its action taken away, it probably would have downed Jace and then probably would have just AoE'd the entire room again.
Hooray for Charles.
Yep.
That'll
Yeah.
be. He'll send the bill later.
On the plus side, no matter what, I guess Vortigern was just going to one-shot it, but you know.
Yeah. The funny thing, though, is that we're probably going to get a start next session with Magna being able to finally talk to Gar.
Yeah.
And a non-evil Holru.
Yeah, non-evil Holru, who probably just got the shit scared out of him by seeing Vortigern absolutely freeze the shit out of this thing, walk up to him, threaten him to his face, and then swap back out with the question child.
I will say I did think the fight would have gone a little bit better. I cited this thing in regards with your evolved forms, and when half of you did not take your evolved forms beforehand, it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about it. It was fun. I finally got
We were
to
also
interact.
warned about evolved forms in City.
Yep.
True, but
It's fine.
I figured this is an exception when you have something trying to kill you.
It's fine. It's fine.
I got to use exhaustion. I interacted with the exhaustion system for the very first time. Hooray!
Using willpower and stuff like that also incurs exhaustion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Funk.
Yeah, using willpower and vigor incurs 1 exhaustion.
I never did use vigor, but I think I was pretty skittish about willpower too.
Yeah,
I don't think
to be
I-
fair, to be fair, you do recover 2 every single night and 1 per short rest for exhaustion. So like,
I guess we weren't really keeping track of rests in terms of exhaustion. Or I wasn't. Maybe everyone else was. I don't know.
I mean, I was, but that's also just because I know the system.
I also was, but that's because I also somewhat know the system. I pretend to know the system. I'm a dev. I don't always know what I'm doing.
So I do have a quick question. A very important
Yes.
one. How big is Holru's office?
It's a fairly large basic office.
It's a church office.
Ah,
Yeah, all of those that I've seen are teeny tiny.
yeah.
I'm sure my head is pressed up against the ceiling.
Well, the thing is,
And
though,
then
is that
some.
He also apparently had enough room in here for displays.
True, so
Yeah,
I
I
might have
think-
had it expanded.
I figured like a 10 or 15 foot office.
Oh, a conference room?
Oh boy, it's cramped in here.
Okay, so yeah, Jace is currently probably having to crouch and stuff in here.
Yeah, you know what? I'm happy I didn't digivolve. And
Why, you'd go from 2 feet to 3?
No, because I'd be in the same situation as Jace, but I'd also have attracted his attention as well. Other than the fact being that because I brought Asher back up from getting almost murked. Yeah, that was fun.
Shall we call it into the recording?
Probably.
Probably.
Rygon is gone, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, we were wrapping up, when we left, so. Although I will say, I do think this is important and interesting. I think that is the first time Vortigern didn't sandbag an attack in like a few centuries.
You're fine. You did fine. It's fine.
No, he actually is fine with it just because it was not an actual Digimon or anything. It was the expulsion of Darknet data. So, at worst, this was an incursion of corrosive demon energy that he destroyed.
Oh my goodness.
That kind of stuff he's okay with. The moment it's an actual Digimon, though, he puts on the kid gloves.
Oh wait, I think Horu's gonna have some words for Magna. Just thinking about it.
Well, let's let Zim end the thing.
Yes,
yeah.
please. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Data Resistance Squad Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is a fantastic way to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as coming by, hanging out, grabbing packs of cards through stream loots, or you can also help out by subscribing to us over on YouTube, and of course through stream loots. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't do
So
Bye.
long. Farewell.
Definitely don't be a Magna.